And I'm going to review... Dear Lord, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm going to review the made-for-TV 1991 reunion movie, Knight Rider 2000. Good Lord. But anyway, here's a movie that could make SG look credible, or even more so. But here we go, Knight Rider 2000. Oh, what the hell. Okay, I see Kit in the background. He's still a Trans Am. Right. To my understanding, this is actually the original Knight Rider theme remix. Now, Random's here in the background. He knows enough of the Knight Rider theme. Can you hear any of that in there? See? Starring David Hasselhoff. Well, duh. And this is supposed to be set in Seattle. Edward Morehead, fine actor. Was a fine actor, I should say. February 19th, 2000. Huh. So this is where Demolition Man ripped off the idea. Carmen, I think that's the guy who played Maddox. Eugene Clark. Megan Butler. Keaton. Oh, it's Skinner from X-Files. Mitch Pileggi, who was also Commissioner Gordon in The Batman, I might add. I'm still intrigued by the idea of how it's supposed to be set in the year 2000. I mean, why did everything have to be set in the year 2000 back in the day? You know, why couldn't it have just been, you know, after some like 5 or 6 years after Knight Rider originally ended in '86? That would have been much more plausible. What the... Oh, it's Tower 23's logo.
I don't know about all of you, but it impresses the hell out of me, if I do say so myself.
It's a nice simulation, but I doubt even that car could have saved Mayor Collins' life.
I'm afraid that's something we'll never know. Well, true, but once completed, I guarantee you'll be quite astonished by what the Knight 4000 can do.
Frank
Oh,
Collins
Devon.
saved my career. I want whoever's responsible for his death stopped.
Hello, Michael.
Hello, Devon.
That was probably the only first decent link to the series.
Good.
Because Michael and Devon were essentially like father and son. Michael. Oh!
Liquidate certain things to make our balance sheet look good. Otherwise, we would have never
think that's
made a
the
franchise. Now, frankly,
Season
I never
4
considered it an
dashboard.
asset.
Maybe one of
It's
Kit's
nothing personal, Devon,
turbines.
but the car didn't exactly
Gear
have
parts.
fresh oil on the dipstick, if you know what I mean.
Hartley, you let this guy actually do this.
This guy happens to be your
See,
new
this is
boss,
the
Mr.
second
Knight.
strike
And I'd watch that attitude
to this
from now
movie.
on.
You take Kit out of the black Pontiac Trans Am
I was
body,
surprised I could sell them
and
at all,
he's
but
in
I guess the research
pieces.
facilities found them okay. Shows how up to date they are.
You know, this kind of set
If you really
the
insist
trend
on
of
buying
things
them
to
back,
come
just
in
don't-
years later when Kit was, I think it was the Shadow in Team Knight Rider, where he's just
That's
an
not exactly
orb,
what you led me to believe.
used disguising his voice. And then in Knight Rider 2008, aka SG, Kit's in pieces to help develop the new Kit.
No, you wouldn't. Humility and modesty are hearty in your makeup.
I just love the way how Edward just put on this perfect English accent that's just,
As long as I'm the controlling
like I say, it's
partner, we
impossible
do
to do. I
things
mean,
by
I'm English and even I can't speak that well.
Yeah.
you can apply it, Michael.
Makes sense.
We can help this city, but the bureaucracy has stalled us for years. Razmadek deserves some credit for turning that around.
You promised me Kit's body.
Yes, I did. I'm afraid he's been recycled.
Now that's just wonderful. You stick me in mothballs for nearly a decade, and then you sell off my parts like I'm inventory from Manny, Mo, and Jack.
Ha ha! Kit, it's wonderful to hear your voice.
Indeed.
I wish I could say the same, Devon, but one of my auditory monitors must have landed in some kid's walkie-talkie. Is that you, Michael?
Yeah.
You look like crap.
What?
At least I have an excuse. You've obviously gone down the toilet.
Did he just cuss?
Michael, get a life.
I got a life. And a body, too, which is more than I can say for you.
Forget my body. Where is my random access? Or my graphics board? I can't even play a round of Pac-Man in here.
Are you dating yourself, buddy boy? Pac-Man's in the Smithsonian now.
Probably an exhibit or two away from you.
Some things haven't changed.
A bitch fair. Some things don't change. Quite right, Devon.
The injury appears to have destroyed a cluster pattern in her cerebrum. In simple terms, she's lost her most recent memory. But there is good news. The RNA confirmed we can save her life by performing a fragmentary cerebral transplant. Of course, I'll need your authorization.
Doctor, may I speak to you in private?
Uh-oh.
There is certifiable doubt as to how she'll function after this operation, if at all. Isn't that true?
Yes, there's always a degree of incertitude with procedures such as this, but I'm extremely confident.
Have you ever performed one of these before?
No, but I've logged 90 hours on the surgical simulator. She's a textbook case. Perfect for me.
I'm afraid I have no choice but to decline.
Commissioner, what you're saying, in effect, is to terminate life support.
Don't feel the
Ooh.
slightest bit good about this decision, Doctor. But our budget deficit is already in the high seven figures. We literally cannot afford it, based on the risk.
I am urging you to reconsider.
Your career advancement will have to wait until the next victim rolls in, Dr. Glassman.
What a heartless wench!
I'm not suggesting we shouldn't handle this delicately. I'd like to put Michael on it. At the moment, he's wrapping up tests on Kit.
Michael, this isn't going to work.
Just trust me, buddy. It's a new body. Take a little getting used to, but you'll do just fine.
It's your body I'm having trouble adjusting to. You did shower today, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell?
Time to take Mr. Personality first.
Oh, no.
Amazing power you get out of those rodents under the hood.
Not to mention the one in the back seat.
Wonderful. A car with an attitude.
You'd have it.
You should have seen him in season 2.
State of the art at this. I may not catch every criminal, but I'll sure look good at the drive-in.
Kid, there are no more drive-ins.
In that case, I'm useless.
Huh, that fictional year 2000 must have sucked.
That's a matter of opinion.
Can we table this for
which
a
I
while?
memorized and correlated in their entirety prior to my resignation.
You've got a chip in your head, don't you?
Memory chip transplants not uncommon today.
Everything may work out fine. Mr. Madica's one on his shoulder.
Oh. Devon still knows how to give them.
Why do you really want to work for us?
That should be obvious.
Humor me.
What are my choices? My field is law enforcement, so that just leaves you in PD. And while it may be wishful thinking, I'd like to believe you're the better of the two.
I still say you've got a hidden agenda, lady.
I was shot point blank in the head, and I want to nail the bastard who did it.
Good enough for me.
That's my agenda. What's yours?
Good news. I located Kit's missing chip.
Where?
Well, it's the bad news. It was sold to the RNA Trauma Center and ended up in some policewoman's head.
Oh boy.
Michael, meet the missing chip.
Huh.
I suppose we should at least be cordial. My name is Kit, originally designed with Series 2000 circuitry.
I'll give him that. He's polite about it.
Mine is bigger than yours.
So it talks, and sounds suspiciously familiar.
I only speak when it's necessary.
Maddox's voice. I knew the man had an ego, but please.
We have nothing further to discuss.
There's nothing worse than a smart ass or a wheel.
You're a fine one to talk! To quote C Jaguar 265, you don't kill Devon Miles. You just don't go there.
Get out of my way. Gladly. No, you're just as obsolete as that pile of rust. You wasted our time and money rebuilding my friend. The only thing worse is the pathetic effort Devon put into rebuilding you.
Ooh.
Had to get at least one micro punch in there.
Yeah.
Hey!
That... I appreciate it's just a movie, but it didn't need to go there.
Not a scratch on it. We're looking at a recording.
Hello? We're building up to something.
What in the hell are you doing? Oh my God. You did! The Night 4000 is heading into first-time combat, and you can't tell me if it's functioning properly?
Well, no. Unfortunately, we may have to rely on some human judgment.
It's actually interesting to hear Daniels get, not necessarily bitter, but get defensive. I've never heard enough of him doing that in the original series. She is not amused.
Oh, she done pissed.
Do it. He's not worth
Hey, if someone shot you in the face, wouldn't you?
Put you away just like they did him.
We'll all be old and great just about the time he gets out of jail.
It's not really punishment if you put them in cryo prison, which means they don't age.
The system's always changing, Mr. Maddock. Some things get better, some don't.
I love it how this movie's set in the year 2000, yet it's now 11 years since then and we haven't even got this fucking technology.
I know. It's like crying out loud, Demolition Man did a better job with this concept.
Be well, be fucked.
Indeed. That was Knight Rider 2000, folks. Aside from the segments involving Edward Mulhare, David Hasselhoff, and William Daniels as Kit, this was not Knight Rider. I mean, you want a good example, or a good definitive example of something that just cries out Knight Rider. You look at Goliath, you look at The Scent of Roses, you look at Kit vs. Car. Heck, you could even look at Exit Light, Enter Night from SG. That speaks Knight Rider. This garbage? No. I think even die-hard fans of Knight Rider, including myself, along with X24 Rider and maybe Nick Nugent, I can't speak for how Evangeline 5432 would feel about this TV movie, but we try not to acknowledge this garbage. I mean, I remember reading in David's autobiography, looking at the initial script for Knight Rider 2000, and even he did not like it. Although this was a really high-rated TV movie back in '91, it was supposed to do like maybe 2 or 3 more TV movies for 2 years, and yet it never came to be. I wonder why. So, stay away from it currently is the lowest rating I can give a movie. How about this for a rating? No! Until next time, thanks for watching.